everyone, I'm April Plank. We're going through a 30-minute reformer workout using the foam roller. I want you to start with your foot bar down. You want 3 heavy springs. For me, those are my red springs on the machine. The foam roller is going to go lengthwise on the carriage, kind of flush with the headrest. To get onto this, you're going to straddle the foam roller. Sit as close to the foot bar as you can. I like to put my feet on the gray surface. I'm going to slide to the very edge of the foam roller and then lay myself all the way back. When you lay back, you definitely want to make sure that your head is on the foam roller for support. Your feet are going to be on the gray surface. The wider the feet, you will get a little bit bigger base of support. If you want things a little more challenging, bring the feet a little closer together. Let's start with bringing the arms up to the ceiling and just kind of finding our position on this foam roller. It will be moving a little underneath us, so we're using that core stability to make sure that we're staying nice and still and stable on this foam roller. We're going to start by taking the shoulders and reaching them up towards the ceiling, and then taking the shoulders and hugging the foam roller behind you, kind of sliding the shoulders down your back. Reach the fingers up to the ceiling with an inhale, and then exhale as you slide your shoulder blades and hug the foam roller. Big inhale to lift the arms, and exhale as you just draw the shoulders down your back and give the foam roller a little hug. Just moving those shoulders in what's called protraction and retraction, just starting to work on range of motion through the shoulder. We'll do that a few more times, going up and back down. And then one more time, protracting and retracting, and then coming to neutral where the shoulders are just resting. Take those arms out to a T and then bend your arms. Turn your palms towards the foot bar. You're going to rotate your arms to the ceiling and rotate your arms the other way. So we're opening the arms out to a goalpost, rotating the palms up, and then rotating the palms down. Again, just working on range of motion through the shoulder as you rotate, and then you rotate back. Now at all times we're working on keeping stable on this foam roller. Not too challenging yet, but this foam roller eventually will be wanting to move underneath us, so we've got to make sure our abdominals are ready for that. So you're breathing, you're using that corset. Every exhale, you're drawing your rib cage down and together, drawing that corset tight. Do that one more time, ending with the palms down, and let's take the arms to rest on the mat. I want you to lift your right leg to tabletop and find your balance here, and then bring it back down. Take your left leg to tabletop and back down. Just keep doing those alternating toe taps up and down. As you feel more confident with this, you could bend your arms and just have your elbows resting into the carriage, fingers to the ceiling. That's going to give you a little bit more challenge, decreasing your base of support. Another option is when the left leg lifts, the right arm lifts, making it even more challenging. So you're alternating one arm and the opposite leg, and then back down. Again, stay where you feel confident and comfortable. Good. I'm maintaining my nice neutral position as I just lift one leg at a time. Do one more right and do one more left. Let's bring both arms back down all the way to the carriage because we're going to lift both legs. The wider the arms are, again, bigger base of support. You're going to bring the right leg to tabletop, bring the left leg to tabletop. Now we're going to tap down instead of up. Right toe taps towards the gray surface and up. Left toe taps towards the gray surface and back up. If you're feeling confident here, you can bend your arms, bring your fingers to the ceiling. You can also add that opposite arm lift. It's going to be quite a bit more challenging here, so don't overdo it. I'm definitely feeling my core working here. It's a lot of work to lift one arm and keep the legs both up. You pretty much just have that one elbow as your base of support. So you can see me moving really slow here. This is your most advanced option. You do not have to take it. Both arms can stay down completely on the mat to give you more stability. Good. Let's do 3 more here. 1 more right and 1 more left. And then bring your legs in and pull your knees in. We're going to make our way off. What I want you to do is just kind of roll off to the side Bringing the legs off to the side and coming off of that arc, or not the arc, the foam roller. Bring the foam roller so that it's up against the shoulder blocks and it's going to be lengthwise. Put your foot bar up and move yourself to a blue medium spring. I have a medium spring on. For me, that's blue. I'm going to lay back onto that foam roller again. This time the foam roller is going to hit me kind of right at my shoulder blades or towards the middle of the back. My hands are going to be on the carriage, my feet on the foot bar. Bring your right leg into tabletop. Make sure you do not push too heavy. This is a light spring. We're going to press all the way out into a little hop, all the way out into a little hop. Hands down is going to be a little bit less challenging. Arms up is going to be a little more challenging. Hands behind the head is going to be even more challenging. Don't overdo it. Remember, you're challenging yourself to your edge, not past it. 3 to go. Next time you jump, take your right leg and send it long, so both legs go long. Bend the right leg back into table. When you jump, both legs go long, and then you bring it back to table to land. Good work. 3 to go. And 2. Now I want you to jump with both legs. Both legs are landing. Both legs are jumping. If at any time this becomes too much, you can take it back to singles. The double legs I find is a lot more challenge on the abdominals. So if you're feeling too much, make sure you're doing a little tuck and scoop with your abs to protect your back. And if it's still too much, go back to singles. We're here for 4 more. Again, you've got your arm variations. Arms can be down or lifted in front of you. After that 4th one, we're going to bring the left leg to tabletop and start jumping on the right leg. Every time you jump, you're squeezing that leg muscle in towards your bone, activating your legs. Think about pushing off of the jump board or the foot bar, but trying to press towards it. So it's a nice length through your right leg. 2 more on this side, and then we will do the straight leg with the left leg. So next time you jump, you're going to take your left leg out long to meet it and back, out long to meet it and back. Good work. Bring it back to table. Push and press it out and back to table. I like to take that nice exhale when you jump to activate your transverse abdominals, your internal weight belt, that Pilates powerhouse. 2 more here. Now we're going to jump again with both legs, but I want you to straighten your legs and jump and do little ankle jumps. So we're going to jump from those ankles. Your knees are going to be staying straight, and you're dropping your heels under the bar, lifting up. If this is too much, bend your knees. These ankle jumps are quite a challenge. So if you're not ready for this challenge, don't take it. Take your modification with the knees bent. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, let's come out of there. I want you to put your foot bar down this time. We're going to stay on, actually we're going to take it to a heavy spring. I like this more on the heavy, so I have 1 heavy red spring on. I'm going to move my foam roller closer towards the springs, but I still want to have some room here so it's not going to roll off of the carriage. I'm going to turn around and put my feet on the headrest. I like to pick up my straps with one of my hands and kind of hold the foam roller with the other until I know I'm back on it securely. So I'm going to roll back, make sure it's not rolling off the side. And I'm going to be in this nice reclining, relaxing position here. So from this position, my palms are facing each other. I'm going to open the arms out to the letter T and then close them back in. I'm just kind of lounging on that foam roller, but I'm still engaged. So I'm leaning back, but I'm not just completely relaxed. I'm knitting my ribs together, using that breath, staying in this nice big C curve through my abdominals. Good, let's go 3 more here with the press straight out. and 2. We'll do that one more time. Now we're going to do a bicep curl. I want you to lay over the foam roller as far as comfortable for your neck, and then push the arms all the way over the head. Bend the arms and come right back up. Going into an extension, pressing the arms straight, bending the arms, and rolling yourself up. Back into your extension, push the arms. Now everyone's extension is going to look a little bit different. So I always tell my clients, keep your eyes on your own reformer. You don't need to be worrying about what anyone else is doing. You're working what feels good and comfortable for your body. Good, 3 to go. And 2. Having said that, some of my clients, this is their favorite exercise, and some of them it is their nemesis. And it's all based on your thoracic spine. All right, we're done with that one. Palms face each other, back to our T, but this time we're doing a diagonal. One arm up, one down, and then switch to the other side. Good. So you're going to do one arm up, one arm a little bit down, just clearing that foam roller to the side. Good. Nice subtle bend at your elbows. Just make sure you're not locking out that elbow joint, and make sure that your wrists are staying nice and straight so you're not bending at the wrist joint. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. Let's come up, and you can put the straps in one hand, put one hand on the roller, and help yourself up. All right, we're going to go ahead and put those straps back onto the pegs, and then we're going to take that roller and thread it through your straps. So I'm taking the roller and putting it through the straps. And then once you have it through your straps, you want to make sure that you have equal on each side. I'm going to just keep the roller right there and go back to a spring change. I have one heavy red, one medium blue spring. I'm going to go ahead and lay all the way down onto my back, and we'll go back into working some arms here. So I'm going to put my head on the headrest. I've got my foam roller. I'm going to hold the foam roller with my hands on the outsides of those straps. Make sure it's level on both sides. Take your legs and lift one at a time to tabletop and squeeze the knees together. So right now I'm not even moving the carriage, but I'm activating my lats. So I'm kind of drawing my ribs down. I'm drawing with my armpits, drawing them down, shoulders nice and pressed and wide against the carriage. Take the foam roller towards your knees and then extend your legs long. Pull the foam roller up and bring the legs back to table. I'm pressing the foam roller to the thighs as I'm pushing my legs long, and then I'm bringing everything back up to table. You can definitely keep your head down for this. If you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can lift your head up if it feels comfortable. You would lift your head up when you press, lower your head back down, and lift your head up to press and lower back down. 3 more, and then the only change we're going to make is with the arms, doing a tricep press instead of a straight arm press. Next one here, transition. Elbows will bend, you'll lower the head, bend the knees, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, lift the head. Remember, your options are for the head to stay down and the legs to go a little higher. Good work. Three more to go. And 2. And 1 more here. Good job. Let's come up. Set your feet down onto the gray surface. We're going to put that foam roller at your feet. So you'll have to bring your feet onto the foam roller. You want your feet about hips distance apart, and then you're going to push the foam roller out with the legs straight. So I have my feet in line with my knees, in line with my hips. Bend the knees back into tabletop, and then push and press the foam roller away from you. Bending into tabletop and pushing and pressing away. Big bend and big press. Good. Hands can be at your hips. Sometimes I like to hold my hands here to make sure I'm keeping my pelvis neutral, that I'm not tucking and scooping. I'm staying neutral in my spine. Or hands can be beside you on the carriage. The next time you're in your tabletop position with your legs bent, I want you to stay there and do little pulses, 1 inch away from you, 1 inch towards you. Just a little deep squat, pushing out and in, out and in. Just like you were doing little pulses with your feet on the foot bar, but now we've got our feet on the foam roller. 3, 2, 1 more. Straighten the legs and hold. Keep your legs straight as you lift them up to the ceiling. Keep your tailbone down. Squeeze and press the legs away. My straps are talking to me today. Inhale the legs up and exhale the legs down. Big inhales to go up. Feel that stretch to the hamstrings. And then exhale, activate those legs and press them back down. Two more here, down and up. And last one. Good. When your legs are up the next time, you're going to stay there. If your headrest has been up for any point of this, go ahead and lower it down. It definitely needs to be flat when we're going to lift the hips. You're going to take your feet and try to drive them straight up to the ceiling, 1 vertebrae at a time. I'm going to lift, 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 push into that foam roller, and then lower your spine 1 vertebrae at a time back down. Big exhales, you lift and make a footprint on the ceiling, and then lower it right back down towards the carriage. Lift it straight up and lower it down. You might have seen my carriage move there. You have to put just enough pressure into the push. So I'm pushing straight up, my feet are pushing into the foam roller. If I'm not pushing enough into my feet are going to go over my head. And I'm trying to keep my feet going straight up and down. It's a lot of burning in the back of the leg. You may be feeling it. 2 more. On your second one, you're going to hold it up. 2 options here. You can hold it and just breathe. You can bend your knees in towards you and push it out. Good. Kind of a variation of high frog or high presses. So the same presses we did with our tailbone down, we're now doing lifted for a whole nother feeling. 3 and 2. 1 more to go. Legs go straight and you're going to lower your hips down. Take your legs down, pull your knees into your chest for just a second because I need a little break. You might too. Okay, we're going to take a transition here. I want your left foot to be in the center of the foam roller. Your right leg is going to go underneath the foam roller, long and lengthened. We're going to be pushing with just the left leg. When the left leg pushes out, your right leg's going to bend in and press to the ceiling. When the left leg comes in, you bend the right leg and go under the foam roller. So it's a little bicycle out and lift, back in. Your left leg is pushing out and in, and your right leg is, think of it as just trying to clear that foam roller. So you go around the foam roller kick, under the foam roller kick. Good work. So it's like a single leg squat, still working those legs. Definitely a lot of leg work here. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now keep the legs straight. Your right leg's going to go long and low and you're going to hold it. Your left leg's just going to go up as high as comfortable and then back down, your legs meet. Your left leg goes straight up and then you come down and meet your legs. Good. Not doing too many of these. If this becomes too much, you can put both feet on the foam roller and just do double leg lowers and lifts. This is just a variation to isolate this one leg. 2 more to go, and then we're going to switch to the other leg. And last one here. Good. Come in. Take the right foot on the foam roller. You can hold the straps if you need, kind of adjust. You want your right foot now in the very center. Your left foot's going to go long underneath the foam roller. You can go a little higher to make it easier. Make sure you can maintain neutral. Bend your right knee in towards you to start. You're going to push the right leg long as you bend the left leg and then push it up to the ceiling. Bend the left leg and bring it under the foam roller. So we're repeating what we just did. This time your left leg is what's doing the bicycle with the kick, and your right leg is just pushing out and in. Getting all that great work through the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, getting a big stretch through that left leg that we just worked. That hamstring is a big stretch as you go up. Nice job. Working, of course, these small stability muscles on this right side are working overtime with trying to keep the foam roller still. The next time your left leg is long, you're going to hold it underneath the foam roller. Keep your right leg long. Lift your right leg up and then bring it down. Legs come together. Separating the leg, the right leg goes up, the left leg stays down. Bring those legs together. If this is too much, again, you can bend the knee a little, soften the knee if you're feeling any knee discomfort. And if it's still too much, you could lower the weight. A red, blue is what we're on, heavy, medium. You could go down to a heavy, or you could do it with both feet on the foam roller. 3 to go. And 2. And 1 more. Good work. Bring both feet on the foam roller. Pull the knees into your chest. Hold the hands on the foam roller, set the feet off, and then we will put the feet onto the gray surface and put the foam roller above our head. Give yourself a nice big hug. You can rock side to side. We're going to be coming up and off the machine. So we've done a little back work. We're going to do a little chest work now. Well, that wasn't back work. We did the back work before the leg work. But I'm just saying we definitely want to always make sure we're balancing the muscles. And we've done back, so now we're doing chest. Make sure you put your straps back on your pegs. Put the foam roller how we started with it, with its long wise against the shoulder head, the headrest. Go to a blue spring, which is a medium spring for me. So I have 1 medium spring. I'm going to put my hands on the gray surface, put my knees on the carriage, and then I'm going to straddle this foam roller and sit back over it. So the foam roller is nice because it elevates my hips. I can keep my spine nice and long and sit in this low position. If this is not feeling comfortable for your back, you can sit just seated, crisscross applesauce, or you could be to high kneeling. Hopefully this feels okay for your knees and your back. All right, we're going to start with some chest work. We're going to lower the shoulders down. As you lower the shoulders down, make sure you draw your ribs in, draw your abdominals in. I want you to push the arms forward and round your back into a nice C curve. Bring the arms into you and you lift your chest into a little extension. Do that again. Round your back and press forward and lift your chest and extend your spine. Nice work. Using your breath to move. Really moving with your spine here. 2 more. We're going to do that 1 more time, and then we're going to add our legs to this. Good. So the next time you go underneath, you're going to stay down. So I'm staying down with my arms forward. When my arms come back, I'm going to lift myself up and go into a little extension. When I come forward with the arms, I'm going to go back down on the foam roller. When I go back with my arms, I'm going to lift up into that little extension. Exhale the arms forward. Inhale into the extension. Now make sure your arms are not going too super far back behind you. when you go to your extension. Do that one more time, flexing the spine sitting, extending the spine to kneeling, and then come all the way back to kneeling. Keep the hands right beside you. Remember, they're not way back here putting pressure on the shoulder joint. They're a little in front of you so you can see your fingers. Sitting nice and tall on that roller, bring the arms up and over the head, and then bring the arms right back down to the sides. Big exhale up and over the head, and then right back down to the sides. Nice work. 3 more to go here. And 2. On your next one, you'll hold your arms up, go into a nice tricep, bend your elbows, and push and press them straight. As you bend your elbows are angling forward to keep the work right into the tricep, to keep the shoulder in a good position. Good, let's go 3, and 2, and 1. Bring the arms down and put the straps away. From here, you're going to take that foam roller and put it lengthwise, or not the opposite, so kind of short box position this way. And then we're going to take our hands to the gray surface, and we're going to be sliding over the box onto our shins. So I'm going to slide that foam roller back a little bit so it's at my shins. And my hands are going to be on the gray surface or onto the foot bar. I should be in a tabletop position, wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. This is a great modification if you can't do planks because of your toes. You're going to have your legs on the foam roller. We're going to lift the knees and come into a tabletop position and just hold it. Reach energy from the crown of the head all the way through the tailbone. Make sure in that beginning, remember we did that protraction of the shoulders and the retraction. Make sure you're right in the middle where your shoulders are on your back. They're active, but you're not sinking. So you're lifting up, and we're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the knees down and rest. You can push into a little child's pose to rest. We're going to do that a second time with an option to move if you choose to. Let's come back up to tabletop. Wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. Now, if this is too wristy, you could put your foot bar up and put your elbows on the foot bar if this is too much weight in the wrists. You can always find a modification. Let's lift those knees and hover. Option 2, you're going to slowly press the carriage out. Slowly bring the carriage in. Now, I say slowly because if you move too quickly, that foam roller is going to move underneath you. And I am kind of pushing my feet up into the shoulder blocks a little for some support as I push out and in. But just know that this is a great modification for those clients who cannot go onto the toes in your planks. Feels really good on my toes. My toes aren't touching anything. Well, the shoulder block, but not too much. Last 2. And 1 more. Good work. Let's set the knees down. Take that little child's pose and rest. We're going to do 1 final set. Again, you have all the options that you've already done, or you can choose the 3rd and final option. Let's come back to tabletop. Wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Option 1, you're going to lift up and hold those knees hovering. Option 2, you're going to do the pushing. Option 3, you're going to put all the weight in the left leg, reach the right leg back, bring it in, set it down, put all the weight in the right leg, reach the left leg back, bring it in, set it down. Moving with control, moving with focus, as always, right? Slow and steady. One more right and 1 more left. And then you can set the knees down, press back, and relax. Good job. From here, let's come up. You can set yourself forward a little bit, put that foot bar up, and then go ahead and move it to one heavy red spring, taking your blue off. Your right foot's going to go on the gray surface. Your left foot can be up against that foam roller, or it can be on top of the foam roller. And we're going to push into a little lunge. So I'm keeping my right shin against the foot bar. I'm going to lift my chest, open my heart, pull your abdominals in, but let your hip flexor release. Taking a nice big hip flexor stretch here. Left arm's going to go up to the ceiling, and then I want you to lean towards the right for an even deeper stretch. Come all the way up, take the hand down, come in and switch. Take the right foot back, left foot on the gray surface, left knee against or shin against the foot bar. You can have the right foot on the foam roller or over the foam roller, and you're going to push into that lunge. Again, option one, you're going to stay here, tucking that tailbone. Again, the option two was the foot turned under. So you've got two options for the foot. And then we're all going to take the right arm up to the ceiling, and then everyone can lean over to the left, giving that side an even bigger stretch. Come all the way to the center, take the hand down, bring the carriage in, and then very carefully step off your machine and have a seat. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me for this foam roller class. I do have several other foam roller classes, so hopefully you can check out my playlist. I have playlists based on all different types of equipment, so you can check out the foam roller playlist to see other options for you. Hope you have a great day and hope to work out with you soon.